Oh, my hair looks crazy. Okay. Today is Friday, June 25th, and over the next couple of days, we are moving out of my first apartment. It's moving day, say cheese. So I've lived here for almost 3 years now. Charles has only been here for a year, and we decided that in order to save money, we're going to stay with his family for a time. And we really don't know what's next, but it's a little bit hard to save money here. I mean, this is probably the cheapest rent we could find in the area, but it's still a tight squeeze. So finally leaving this place. Before we start packing or moving anything, obviously I want to declutter and get rid of stuff that we don't want to take with us. Fortunately, Charles's family was already planning on doing a yard sale. So to get ready for that, I'm just going to do like a surface level declutter before deep decluttering as we're actually packing. My arm hurts doing this. It's weird. Using a new camera, a new old camera. I made a few boxes of stuff. This box here is like question mark. I'm not really sure, but I don't think I want to keep it. This box is stuff that some action needs to be taken. And then this box here is stuff that I want to sell. And then I've got a small pile of stuff that I really should just recycle. I have a tendency to keep like empty bottles because I'm like, an empty spray bottle. I can make my own cleaner. Same thing goes with this box over here. I tend to keep empty jars because they can be quite useful, and these as well. I just feel like these would be so good for crafts or cleaning stuff, but I've been hanging on to them for over a year now and haven't used them, so really I should just recycle them, shouldn't I? But I think for today I'm gonna stop there and just take all these empty jars to the recycling center. Let's go to the dump. So yesterday I went into the storage nook and pulled out any like decorative items and sorted through those, but today I'm going to finish tackling the storage nook. It's pretty bad. Let's go. I'll just show you. I will show you the horror. Our bed's not made. Okay, whatever. So behind Charles's nightstand there's this little hobbit door. So we have to open the closet door, move the nightstand, and then we can open the door. And then I have to hunch over to even walk inside. First of all, you can't even stand up straight because the ceiling is like right there. And then you have to hunch down and then step over this thingy. And then we've just got like crap piled up in here. Here is everything that I've priced so far to sell. It's a freaking lot of stuff, man. It's crazy how much you accumulate over a few years and it just hides in corners and you don't even realize that you have it. And I'll just see you guys on yard sale day. Just kidding, the yard sale was postponed because it was randomly like really cold and we were pretty sure no one would come out in that weather. So it's been postponed for 2 weeks, which is a little frustrating because I kind of lose momentum when that sort of thing happens, but this does give me more time to go through all of our media and other stuff, I guess.
2 weeks later.
So the yard sale was canceled after all because people just lost interest in doing it, I guess. I kind of had a feeling that would happen. So we ended up taking most stuff to the thrift store and then I sorted out things that I think I can sell online. All that work for nothing. So irritated. So today I am just in the space we're going to be moving into and I'm going to do some deep cleaning before I start moving stuff in. Charles and I will be renting 2 upstairs rooms connected by a bathroom. I like to give any place I live a good cleaning before I move in or unpack. Wow, I look so tired. What the heck? Well, I am tired, so. And I'm just feeling kind of antsy. After spending all weekend cleaning the 2 rooms that we're gonna be in, I just wanna like start moving stuff. I look around and I'm like, okay, I need to be packing stuff, but we've still got a month and a half. And there's just so much other stuff going on that I need to worry about, like in between now and then. Just thinking about what I have on my plate this week and next week and the week after that, I'm like, when am I even gonna have time to make another video? Part of the problem right now is that a lot of what I want to do is sewing videos, and sewing takes a really long time, especially when I need to be putting that stuff away. I don't know, I'm just feeling really stressed out because like I don't have time, and the new demands on my time keep coming up that I'm like, I don't have any more. I find myself just like pacing the apartment, like looking for things that need to get done. Like, oh, if I'm not spending my time doing something productive, then I'm wasting my time. And that's not true. Resting would be a good use of time, but I don't do that. I just like keep doing things. I'm thinking about watching a movie, but I kind of don't want to watch a movie at the same time. I don't know. I watched Casablanca and I really enjoyed it. May was pretty much wasted trying to prepare for a yard sale that never happened. So now we're into June, and that means we need to start packing. We need to start putting things into storage first of all, and then after that we'll pack up everything else. I decided to store all of my art supplies in one big clear bin that I'll keep in one of our closets. This will be more space efficient than sorting it on shelves or drawers. I'm not sure why I filmed myself sorting my sewing supplies, but I captured this moment. Charles always does find the best videos.
What? What are the butt cheeks?
Look, what?
Oh man.
And the video is called "This is my last monkey video, I swear."
No, the monkey videos are great.
Every few years, I go through my sentimental items and see if I can let go of any. Moving is an ideal time to do this. I find that the more years pass, certain items lose their emotional grip on me. Artwork that I was never really proud of, half-hearted notes from exes, miscellaneous trinkets I kept out of habit. I never force myself to declutter these, but I always find at least a few things not meant to come with me into the future. Hello?
Hey, yeah.
No?
Okay, I'm on my way.
Oh, okay, well I made a big mess. I had to spend 4 more hours another day thoroughly going through everything again, but I got rid of 3 4-gallon bags worth of junk and managed to fit all of my sentimental items into 2 small plastic bins that I can easily carry myself. So I mostly cleared off this shelf back here so that I could list it on Marketplace. I just have a bunch of stuff in boxes. It's just really hard. Once I get started on something, it's like I want to keep going, and I see stuff that I want to put in boxes, but I don't have enough boxes, and a lot of stuff we still need out because we're still going to use it. This is the part I hate. And then this is also when I get tempted to just go into extreme minimalism and I just want to like get rid of everything, which would be a solution. I don't know if it would be the best solution. I'm like 2 days into putting stuff in boxes and I'm already overwhelmed. Finally sold the bookshelf! Where am I? Yay, it's gone. Huzzah. The apartment's a complete freaking mess though. Mess everywhere. Now I need to list a couple other things. I'm gonna list our table that's out on the deck there. I'm gonna list this little storage trunk. I'm kind of sad to get rid of this thing. I don't know if you can even see it. Am I doing that right? Because I originally got this for my sewing nook, my little dark academia sewing nook, but it's so heavy, I don't want to take it with us. So I'm going to list a few things, and then since the rain is holding off, I'm going to go clean Barbara's tank one last time before we move her. What are you doing? I'm sorry. Come on. Come on, Fuzzbutt.
All around me are familiar
I decided to come take one more walk down our little road since it's, oh, that was pretty, since it's abnormally nice for a June day. It's really cool out. I'm really gonna miss this little road, despite the gravel. I'm really gonna miss it. It's really beautiful. Today is Friday, June 25th, and over the next couple of days, we are moving out of my first apartment. So I've lived here for almost 3 years now. Charles has only been here for a year, and we decided that in order to save money, we're going to stay with his family for a time. And we really don't know what's next, but it's a little bit hard to save money here. I mean, this is probably the cheapest rent we could find in the area, but it's still a tight squeeze. So before we get into all the sappy stuff, let's talk about what I'm not going to miss. I will not miss this godforsaken gravel road that I don't know why it was never paved, but I'm pretty sure this has taken several years off the life of my car. Doing the dishes by hand. Multiple times a day. This old washing machine that no matter how many times I cleaned it, always smells like wet, dying dog. I will not miss fighting for territory with all the fruit flies and bugs every summer. Every time you open the door, they rush in and they're like, it's free real estate. I won't miss not having internet. I also won't miss how badly storms affect this area, with flooding and power outages not uncommon throughout the summer. That and falling trees. I would say I won't miss how cramped and small this space is, but we're actually going to be in just about the same amount of space, if not less. When I lived with my family before moving here, I felt very stuck in a kind of childlike way of being. It was like my mental schema of what it meant to live at home was that I was 17 and had no agency. So it wasn't the most healthy. I know it's going to be different because it's a different family, there's a different dynamic, but I'm still apprehensive about it, especially being someone who just needs their own space. I didn't realize until getting married just how much of a lone wolf complex I have. I guess that's the best way to describe it or label it. And I don't mean being introverted. This goes beyond that. I have a tendency to want to do everything myself and deal with my problems, emotional and physical, by myself. And to an extent, that can just be a healthy level of self-sufficiency or just being capable of taking care of yourself. But it's beyond just being able to do that. It's like I need to do that. There's an overemphasis on self-sufficiency. Somehow the way I learned to operate in the world and to get by was to deal with things myself, just keep my problems to myself, my emotional needs to myself, and just deal with it. And I don't mean like venting. I can vent about stuff that's annoying me till the cows come home, but I mean actually dealing with the problem. And the whole lone wolf thing kind of goes into just living in community with other people as well. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know how to do that. I like to be alone. I like to do things myself, and there's a time and place for that. And having that ability, I think, is good and useful, but it's not the most healthy or adaptive way to go through the world. So it's going to be hard for me to give up what has essentially been my sanctuary away from the world and move into this home that's a multi-generational home. There's multiple families living there, and I'm not used to that. I don't know. I'm nervous about that transition. So despite all of the drawbacks to being here and being so deep in the woods and off the beaten path, I really am going to miss it. I've really grown to love being this far out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, we're really not in the middle of nowhere. I'm like 10 minutes from Wawa, which is perfect, but it feels very far away and it feels very secluded, and it definitely brings me a sense of calm to be surrounded by the trees, to just be surrounded by the birds all the time. And Charles's parents still live right up against the woods. It's not like I'm going to be like deep in the suburbs suddenly. And I'm gonna miss those dogs. I know Charles is gonna miss them too. I don't think he cares for this apartment that much because it's so small, but I know he's gonna miss the dogs. This is definitely going to be a new challenge for me. Like I said, as someone who likes to be alone and have their own space, but I have to keep reminding myself that this is a small sacrifice when I think about what this could mean for our family going forward. Sacrificing now could mean an easier way forward for my children, if not for me. I might not see the fruits of my labor, but I don't want to bring my children into this world starting off on a deficit if I can help it. And this world is fallen and imperfect, and they might anyway. We might make these sacrifices and they go nowhere, but the alternative is to not make them and definitely not get ahead financially. So it's very late. Early tomorrow we're going to move a bunch of our furniture. I've got my last load of laundry in there. I've been just shoving things in boxes like a mad woman, but I think for now I just need to stop and go to bed. Otherwise I'm not gonna get up tomorrow. I don't like moving. This has not been fun.
It's moving day, say cheese.
Got it. Hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button
Ugh, get out of here.
for daily content. Are you filming this?
So I went to the store and bought some microwave meals because I realized everything that we have here needs to be cooked and I don't really want to do any more dishes or worry about packing them. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to find some way to entertain myself because Charles is working and everything's packed. With most of my usual hobbies packed away and all of our movies already over at the new place, I didn't have much else to do but practice my guitar those last few days. It's definitely been a while. In honor of the revolution, it's half off at the Gap. Deadpool self-awareness, loving parents, harmless fun. The backlash to the backlash to the thing that's just begun. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. It's really echoey in here because of how empty it is. I'm literally sitting on a rolled out mattress topper because we don't have any furniture and I don't feel like sitting in my bed. Yeah, it is empty. It is just... My TV's on the floor. It looks wacky. It feels wacky. No, wacky's not the right word. It's a little unsettling. I think the echoiness kind of adds to that. But it's great for singing, so I'm just sitting here on the floor going through my old songs and seeing if I can write anything new and practicing my guitar, which I've been neglecting my poor guitar. It's weird. Once the curtain was taken down and the bed moved out, we were officially moving over to our new room. All that was left to do was move out some odds and ends and to give the place a good cleaning. This was my room for 3 years, and now it's not. I've got Barbara all strapped in, ready to go, and she looks just as unhappy as ever. So this... Of course, the refrigerator had to have the last word. So this is the last time I will film in this apartment. Yesterday, Charles and I spent a couple hours cleaning, just wiping everything down. But today I had to come back and get just a few last things that wouldn't fit in my car. But I don't really mind. I kind of wanted to come back and just say goodbye to the place by myself. I don't know, it's weird. It's crazy how much this place echoes. It's just weird how fast 3 years has gone by, but this place has meant so much to me. Just as far as having independence and having my own little corner of the universe and getting to share that with Charles after we got married and he moved in. I've always known this was never a long-term place, but that doesn't make it any less difficult to say goodbye. Most other times in my life, I've been so ready to move. I've been so ready to leave. But this place is a little different. I think because I chose it. I could keep going on, but I'll probably just make myself cry. Even when it's necessary. Even when it's good. Leaving is hard. Alright, I guess that's goodbye.